No cheesy pickup lines here, just some real world advice from a girl who's been in a 3-year relationship herself. Hi there, I'm Kwok, and it is great to have you here. Today, I'm going to talk about some of the tips for healthy relationships that have worked for me and my partner. But this is going to be different from other relationship advice videos because I'm also going to be adding some things that you can be saying to your partner in order to facilitate the kind of healthy exchange that I'm talking about. Lesson number 1 is that it's not just about communication, but it's also about creating a safe space for it to happen in. Here's something you can ask. How are you feeling about our relationship? I want to create a safe space where we can talk openly and honestly without fear of judgment. I'm here to listen to you. I know this is important because I used to get so defensive when my partner brought up something that bothered them. Sometimes I still do. However, I need to remind myself that communication isn't just about my side and about speaking my mind. It's also about creating a safe space for my partner to share their thoughts and feelings without fear that I'm going to react badly. Something that I like to say is, I'm going to try my very best to listen to you without getting defensive or upset. Can you tell me how you're feeling? Leading with a question like this can make your partner feel like they're included in the conversation and feel like they can share without judgment. Lesson 2 is that taking a break during conflicts is very, very powerful. Even in the healthiest relationships, conflicts are bound to arise. It's simply normal because you're two different people trying to work at being a team together, and sometimes not everything is going to go your way. But sometimes when conflicts happen, and especially when emotions are running high, it's impossible to think clearly and communicate effectively, at least for me. So taking a 10 or 20 minute break can give both people the time to calm down and gather their thoughts. Some things that I learned to say during conflict is, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now, and I really don't want to say something that I'll regret. Can we take a break and regroup in a bit? This is to replace the language that I might have used before, such as, you're making me so angry I can't even talk to you. Lesson number 3 is to not forget about taking care of yourself. When you are in a relationship, usually you think in units of 2. You two are a team, you two are a unit, you guys spend so much time together, and it's naturally easy to get caught up in the demands of a relationship and forget about your own needs. But I think prioritizing self-care can help you show up as your best self in the relationship. For me, it's sometimes hard to make the time for myself when I would much rather spend time with my partner. But whether it's taking a yoga class or going to the hot springs myself, or even just taking a relaxing bath, it helps take some space for yourself. For example, I would say, I need some time to myself today to recharge, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you and spending time with you later. You guys probably all know what's coming next, but I'm going to talk about love languages. Love languages is this idea that people give and receive love differently, and so if you know the way that your partner receives love or likes to give love, then you can give them care and affection in a way that resonates with them. Both Will and I took the love languages test for fun, which is really a nice date night activity to do together. But another way to identify your partner's love language is to pay attention to how they show affection to others. So if your partner's always buying thoughtful gifts for people, then receiving gifts might be their preferred love language. My preferred love language is acts of service, while Will's preferred love languages are gifts and words of affirmation. And on the screen here, I've just put in some examples of how you can show love based on your partner's love language. And the final thing, which I think is not as spoken about, is how to cultivate your own sense of independence within the relationship. Having your own set of friends, hobbies, and interests helps you feel like your own person, and it also means that you're not solely reliant on your partner for your sense of happiness and well-being. I really like to do art, and I really love dancing, so I make sure to schedule time for that each week. I'm trying to take a new ceramics class, which I'm so excited about. I I also try to make sure that each week I'm either meeting up with a friend on my own or calling some of my friends from home, because they know a different version of me, and it's really nice to have different versions of me come alive when I'm around different people, not just my partner. I truly believe that if you listen to your individual needs and interests and make time for them, then you become more connected to your true self and therefore bring more to the table in your relationships. I have so much more to say on the topic of relationships because I feel like I've grown so much and learned so much from just being with Will for the past 3 years, and I feel like I've grown a lot as a person as well. So I'm so happy to make this video finally for you guys, and let me know whether there are any other relationship topics you guys would like me to cover. But I hope that this video has helped you in understanding what I think makes a healthy and fulfilling relationship. And of course, hopefully gives you some tips to implement on your own as well. I will see you guys next week for another video. And in the meantime, hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Mwah. Goodbye.